So, you know how I said I was gonna upload more and not slack off? Yeah, I lied. I'm a liar. The liar is the, what is it? You do not. The liar is the pig. If you watch Kadenan Kinto, you know what I mean. So like last term, we had 3 main projects and like mini projects within them. So for this one, we had progression, art history and critique, and visual language. Yeah, visual language. So for progression, you were essentially a shop owner and you had to find ways to promote your shop. So you can do an animation, which I did. And if you saw my vlog, like my finals week, you would know that I did that in a day. So it isn't the best, but yeah. So that needs to be like 30 seconds to a minute long. And then storefront, that is where you design storefront. The second one is storefront, so that is like a 16-page booklet where you design like the front of the shop, the inside of the shop, basically like interior designing kind of thing. The third one is poster, which is simple, you know, you just need to create a poster promoting what your shop is about, and the whole thing is to do with like transport. So you're a shop owner of like a bike, for example, like some mode of transport. I was originally going to do a poster, but you know, since I did animation in college, I thought maybe it'll be fun. And also my teacher, like so I did a prototype, like an animatic, and showed it to her. She liked it and, you know, convinced me to do an animation, which I regretted because that shit was hard. The second task in progression was you had to pick a book. I forgot what the other options are, but I'll just put it somewhere on the screen. But I picked The Night Circus, and you had to create some sort of image from that, so it could be like a book cover or a poster. And so for my one, I did lino cutting as my image. It's also in my vlog, you know, if you want to check it out. And it was a huge A3 lino. Because of the corona stuff, my prints didn't turn out as good as they could have if I had like the rolling machine, which if you don't know what it looks like, I'll put a picture somewhere, but it's basically this massive machine which helps add pressure, so when you print something it is like even, and my one was not even. But with the power of Photoshop and, you know, Lightroom, it looked decent. The third one was a manifesto on anything you wanted. So I actually have mine here. It is called Now You're Pretty, and it's basically, wow, I ripped it, oh my god. So this one is basically about like, you know, the steps of being pretty by beauty standards, you know, like having long straight hair or having like a pointed nose, big eyes, blah blah, you know. And I decided to take like a more comedic, you know, I tried to make it more funny, but like exaggerating it, so like having big eyes, you know, having a pointed nose, as I said earlier. I just thought it'd be really funny. Also, I did this in like a day as well. Most of my projects I did in a day because clearly I procrastinated a lot. So yeah. And then it was like, you need to be pale, like this spot, you know? So yeah. So that had to be 16 pages as well, but because I did double spread page, it made it so much easier. And it could be on anything you wanted. Yeah. Okay. So much like last term, we had an essay, and I think for every term we're gonna have an essay that we have to write. Last term it was reading visual culture, and then this time it is art history and critique. So we could pick any artist and then, you know, write about them, but have some historical facts in there. Oh, that's so good. So in class we actually had like a PowerPoint, like lectures of different art movements, so like romanticism, abstract, impressionism, you know, a lot of ism in it, cubism. That's abstract, right? Clearly I didn't go to that class because it was really boring and the teachers always uploaded it online, so RIP attendance. So for my, oh my god, the strap keeps falling. For my artist that I picked Fernando Armosolo, which is a Filipino artist, and he painted during the time of like World War II. And so I just chucked in like some history facts in World War II, and I got like a B1, but like an A in one of the little mini checklist thingies. I don't know. Yes. So for the last one, it is visual language. This one was so, like, it wasn't that hard, but it was the fact that in the beginning you're given like 4 tasks to do for this one, and it's due in the same day as progression, which is 3 tasks, so it's like, you know, you needed to start it early, but I didn't. Well, I need to start it early. I don't know about you, I don't know if you procrastinate like me, but yeah. So the first mini project was I have trouble pronouncing the S's. So the first project was association. Association. You know what I mean. We got given 2 lists, list A and B, with a bunch of random words in them. And we have to pick one from list A and one from list B, combine it, create an image, and then we had to include text that included the word that you chose for it. So this is my little zine, as you can see, you know. So let me see. So the first one, the drawing is so bad, I apologize, but the first one was, when we kiss I'm engulfed in flames. And you know what I realized? If you play ML, Valir says something similar like that. So, you know, and I'm a Valir main. Sidetrack. So I have a picture of someone kissing, you know, 2 people kissing, and then the words that I chose was kiss and flames. And then the second one was, his love had a hidden alarm. The timer went off, and with it his love. It's so like, it's so cringy. This book is actually like cringy / like kind of sad, because I was going through it. I was getting really like down on myself during this time, so it really showed off in my work, and my teachers kind of picked it up as well. My concept for this was kind of like someone handing their heart over, and there was a timer on it. So for one of them, it says no expiration date. and then the other one says like 90 days, and it's kind of like, oh, here's my heart, you can have my heart too, blah, blah. You know, some cringy ass stuff. And then this is my favorite page, I'm not gonna lie. So, a stranger's hand clutched in mine. So the word here was stranger. Oh, I think it was just stranger and hand. And the last one was hidden alarm and love? Timer. I don't know. I know hidden alarm was one of them. And for this one it says, look closer into her eyes and you might see her secret. So I think it was eyes and secret for this. But yeah, it just goes on, you know, like yes. The second task, it was spoken word again. If you saw my last vlog where, oh wait, no, it was my final days at the studio, like at uni, and there was a poem. We got given a list of poems and you can choose one to do. So I picked On the Ning Nang Nong, which is very, you know, very fun to do, and it makes a great rap as well. And we actually did a rap using those lyrics. For this one, the dimensions were really awkward because it's bigger than A2 but smaller than, it's like in between A2 and A1, I think. But here it is. Is it upside down? Yeah, it's upside down. So we had to use not lino, letterpress for some of the words. Like that was in the brief. Like, you need to use letterpress or lino, depending. And so yeah, so this is mine. You know, on the ning nang nong, but the cows go bong. And the monkeys all say boo. There's a nong nang ning, but the trees go ping. Oh wait, this isn't the right one. What am I doing showing you the ugly one? Okay. It looks kind of the same, but it's a bit cleaner. So, you know, teapots jibba jabba joo. I did a teapot and then had the words in there. You know, smart. And we also had to write, since it was like a promotional banner slash poster of this shop, you know, that we own, I wrote in, what's it called? Like, you know, the letter stamps. I put it here, saying like the details of where the shop is. The third task is a songbook where we got given a song. We had to choose out of a hat, so it was random, and then we had to illustrate it and add 1 or 2 colors to it, and then we had to pick a song that we liked and then do the same thing. Well, my voice is getting so croaky, so let me just find mine. So this was the final. I got given a bicyclette, which is a bicycle in French, and so I drew a bicycle. And the lyrics of the song is just talking about these group of friends who are in love with this girl called Paulette, and Paulette's dad is a postman. So I drew a postman's hat with a bike, and then I used blue, which when I uploaded like a, what's it called, like a draft online, since everything's online where we had to submit it, they thought blue was a really good choice of color. And now the one, I'm not proud of this. This was during the time I could not care less what anything looked like. The second one was Puppet by Tyler the Creator. I'm so sorry if you like him, because it's like the face is really bad, but this is what it looks like. it just has I'm Your Puppet in the back and has him on strings. I would fix it, but like I really didn't have time to do anything at that point. Like I didn't have the motivation. Yes. The last one was Lost Words, where we got given a list of words that no one uses, and we had to create like a banner for it, or like a poster, and I did mine in the shape of a tarot card because it was like foreseeing the future or something. I did not like this either because the prototype that I did turned out better, but it was in my sketchbook and it wasn't the right dimension. So, you know, I just submitted it, did not look back, and I was like, I'm free of coursework, I am done. So yeah, that's why I did second sem. I rambled on a lot, but yes, I can put a fan on now because I'm really hot. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you know what to do, you know, subscribe, give me them views, you know. Oh, and check out my art account, which I do post like quite a lot of art recently since I've kind of found my style. I don't know, but yeah, I post more on there now, so